take a deep breath and listen closely. If you're here today, it's because you probably found yourself saying those four words, which is, I will change for you. Maybe you promised to dress differently this time, quit your hobbies, or tone down your personality to make someone happy, make your woman happy, right? Most people do that. I used to think love meant molding myself to fit someone else's opinion. So it can be anything. So it can be dress. I used to polos. I used to love polos. But just because she doesn't like that, just because she informs me that to not wear polos in front of her, right? Whenever I've been going out, I used to wear some casual shirts. It's a big mistake, right? It felt noble, like I was being considerate, but here's what I actually say. I have no core values. I have no strong opinion. And guess what happens? She would lose respect for me every single time when I obey her. Like today, I'm going to show you why this approach backfires every single time and what to do instead. It's about becoming the kind of person who actually attracts respect naturally. Now here's a fatal flaw in the sentence, I will change for you. The number one thing is understanding why changing yourself for others destroys attraction. So you see, when you say I will change for you, you think you're being loving and accommodating. But what you're really communicating is desperation. You're basically saying, I don't believe I'm good enough as I am. So I will become whoever you want me to be. And now here's a brutal truth about human psychology. Nobody wants a shape shifter. You're not kidding me, right? They want someone with a solid core. Even in general with the people, they want someone with a strong opinion, right? They don't want fake mirrors. Someone who knows who they are and stands by it. When you constantly reshape yourself to fit someone else's preferences, you're not showing love. That is not love. You're showing that you have no sense of self-worth. Think about it. Would you respect someone who abandons their identity the moment you express your preferences? Or would you respect someone who has their own values and stand strong to their beliefs and interests that they maintain regardless of outside pressure? The answer is obvious, right? Any intelligent human being, chooses the one who stands for himself, stands for his beliefs. Yet, so many of us fall into this trap of thinking that accommodation equals attraction, but it isn't. It doesn't. It equals desperation. You need to know this. Now, the second thing I want to teach you is the right way to grow and share it. Focus on growth for yourself. Share it playfully. Now, I'm not saying you should never grow or evolve. That's not what this is about. Growth is essential. But here's the key difference, right? You grow for you, not to impress someone else, right? So let's just say I wear some oversized t-shirts, right? In my teenage days. It used to look fun at the time, but now I'm used to being, wearing polos, a plain shirt, suit, right? So it's like a, growth that is necessary because you're a grown man, you're grown adult, you don't want to act stupid, right? You don't want to act like a kid. And when you do grow, you share it with confidence and humor, not with a grand declaration, begging for approval. Instead of saying, look, I'm changing for you, learn to share your growth naturally. You becoming more interesting not because you're seeking validation, but because you genuinely want to grow. Here's what happens when you approach it this way. Her reaction becomes curiosity. Suddenly she sees someone who's building himself up, not someone who's begging for attention, right? There's a massive difference between I'm doing this to win you over and I'm doing this because I need to constantly evolve. I need to become a better person. You need to identify those things. Now I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm just gonna say this. Women don't want a project. They already have things to fix in their lives. They want a partner who already on a path of growth, who's interesting, exciting, mysterious, and constantly becoming a better person. They want someone who's too busy evolving to, become better at themselves or anyone else. This is a fundamental shift that changes every single dynamic when it comes to attraction. You're not negotiating your worth anymore. You're just building it. You're not asking for permission to be yourself. You're becoming someone so interesting that other wants to be part of your journey and it's gonna be your woman or crush or girlfriend, instead of you desperately trying to fit into their opinion. Did you get it? This is a real valuable skill which I taught you in this video, and if you don't get it, I can't do anything. And don't stick to other people's opinions. If you want to change, if you want to become a better person, do it for yourself, do it for your satisfaction, and do it just because you can benefit, right? You can become better. So with that said, catch you in the next one. I have made other couple of tutorials, and if you want any help, there'll be an email or my IG link below. You can DM to that. I'm gonna help you. With that said, catch you on the next one.